nothing. Silly robot. Do you really think you have a chance against a Super Saiyan like me? Your brain must be malfunctioning. Fresh out of the factory with no warranty. And already broken. What a pity.
What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a great day. Isn't it funny that we're now in an era where COD may actually be on the back foot a little bit? This year is starting to look really rough for Call of Duty, and it seems like they're pulling out all the stops and panic buttons to redirect all of the losing of the sales, the pre-orders. They're trying to fall back on, skins and carryover. They're just trying anything and everything in order to get back into a situation to where their game may launch with a decent player base. But at this point, whether it's Activision or Treyarch, it seems like whatever they're trying to do ends up failing or falling flat on its face. So I have to ask, why is everyone able to stomach a company like Activision or Treyarch handling this year's game again when they don't seem like they're able to handle the current year game, and they haven't been able to handle it all year? A majority of your player base has started to walk away from the series because you keep adding all sorts of things that nobody cares about, where you're having to deal with crazy SBMM, you're having to deal with weird connection issues to a server. I mean, we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company here that can't handle some servers for their game. I mean, maybe this whole online all the time issue has been kind of an issue for Activision and Treyarch because they're trying to keep up an online server for everything you do, including the campaigns, including the zombies, so you can't play them offline. You can probably play them privately, but they just want to have an online connection to their server so they can see how many monthly users they have. So when you look at the Call of Duty player count, it's encompassing everything. It's encompassing all of the modes. And when you look around online and people are talking about the new game, so it's like, hey, what mode are you most excited for the new game? And I think the biggest part of the poll was zombies. Surprisingly, most people are considering zombies game mode probably what they're mostly playing. That's probably what most of the people are playing at this point. And I've seen all sorts of comments on, my videos, on just posts online in general, and people are holding on to a little cope because it's like, oh, it'll do just fine. It's still going to outsell Battlefield, and it more than likely will, outsell Battlefield just because Call of Duty will be on Game Pass, and it's a popular title. Everyone, the main name itself, Call of Duty, is still popular, but the problem is that every year they showcase a new Call of Duty. It just feels like they're making it worse and worse, and they can have it showing the Black Ops 2 sequel, and it looks all nice and pretty, but we know what it's going to turn into the moment everybody gets their hands on it. The moment Warzone gets integrated into that version of the game, we all know what's going to happen. It's going to turn into crossover this, new skin bundle this, black sell this.
How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game? I'm so sick of this fucking company.
And it's like, hey, let me make 3 different battle passes for you to buy, and then you're sitting here spending all your money. Like, for those of you who are spending all of your money on Call of Duty skins, right? I'm sure all of you are pissed about the crossover not being taken over to Black Ops 7, but I celebrated that. I don't want all those goofy skins to go in there, but it's like, you bought those goofy skins. Why? What are you doing to yourself? It's like, oh, I like Beavis and Butthead. Awesome. That's really cool that you enjoy Beavis and Butthead, but you can't disagree that it ruins the entire look and aesthetic of the game. Treyarch and Activision have already said that they're trying to, keep all the skins well grounded into the Black Ops 7 universe, but we're talking about a 10-year jump into the future. And the Vault Edition skins already look a little bit too far out there for my liking. In fact, they've already walked back one of the skins, which was for the transit bus driver. And so they take them from looking like the bus man, ready to carry your fucking shit out of the carriage department, into the actual driver through the change of the skin like this. And this looks fine. It looks way better than what it was before. but there's still a problem that you're running around as a purple glowing robot. I don't care if it looks like something we remember from Black Ops 2. It still takes away from the overall aspect of the game. And it's like, well, we're slightly in the future and there's robots running around. And then we have, the Reaper skin and you have this guy and all sorts of other robot stuff. And it's like, that's fine, I guess. But I don't think anyone wanted that anymore. Everybody wanted just like a normal military shooter, and Battlefield just swoops in and smacks that on the table and says, here you go, enjoy, sir. And then everyone gobbles that crap up. I mean, it's not very hard for me to tell that Black Ops is losing to Battlefield 6 this year. And it may not be that the player counts are the same on launch. Black Ops 7 may have way more players on it than Battlefield 6, but I think Battlefield 6 is going to have far more staying power when they have something like the Portal game mode, which is giving you as much custom game possibility as possible. And then there's just the fact that the game is fun. I've been saying that over and over, is that at least that game felt fun, right? I played FPS games all the time, and then it seems like when I'm playing Battlefield 6, that was the game that I had the most fun with. It was, enjoyable. The actual graphics looks quite nice, and then you're sitting there running around, and it felt like you weren't being punished by the entire enemy team. Like, you could tell when someone's running around being a dummy, and I'm probably one of those. I'm not the top of the leaderboard every game, but it's something that I enjoyed because you can actually run around and just play casually with your friends, and you're not worrying about the fact that the 6 other guys on another team or whatever game mode you're playing on Call of Duty, where the SBMM has been cranked into 10,000 and you're sitting there getting smashed every 5 or so games, and they're like, okay, we'll give you a break, and they give you one easy game, and then you're smacked around for another 5, and it's just back and forth, and it feels abusive. It feels mean when you're sitting there getting used like that every time you try to play the game.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
You can try to change the game however you like. You can add wall jumping. You can make the Omni movement as fantastic as possible. You can remove doors. I mean, it's just like everything that we've been trying to tell you guys. There's always those 4 things that people really want. Fix your server so they're not a piece of shit. Fix your Ricochet anti-cheat so there's no more cheaters running around in like basic ranked game modes. And you look at the Marksman's video that he posted just recently, where he talked about how every FPS game has cheaters in it when there's an incentive for it, when there's a ranked game mode, when there's a survival aspect and losing items permanently. That's why there's cheating in those games. But you have a game like Battlefield 6, sure, there was cheating attempts. You had that big blow up thing where the guy was cheating and then ended up getting banned mid live stream. I mean, I don't even understand why you would want to risk something like that, because, especially for like Battlefield 6, what's the point in cheating? Just so you can maybe win the game? I mean, at that point, you're probably just cheating on that game to ruin everybody's, mood. And then they're also going to have the Battle Royale come out for that. And as long as they don't release a ranked game for that, I mean, who cares? It's like, oh, I've cheated my way to 100 wins in Firestorm. It's like, good for you, bro, I guess. Like, nobody's going to respect you for doing that. And so if they keep away the ranked game modes, I'm not saying they don't need it, but if they can keep it away, there's not going to be an incentive for cheaters to get on the game. Anyways, after sidetracking with that, it's just going to be something that we're going to have to monitor a little closely, because we're watching in real time as Battlefield 6 is able to just dismantle anything and everything that Black Ops is doing. And Black Ops and Treyarch and Activision, they're sitting there. It's like, oh, well, they just kind of dip their toe out a little bit and then get completely flamed for whatever they're doing, because it just seems like they're making all the wrong decisions. You send away Steven Spielberg for your movie. You're breaking your entire game with Season 5. And over, you can't keep anything working. The entire area is crumbling around you all at once. And if you don't pick yourself up or fix your foundation here at any time, you're going to ruin everything, and it's all currently falling apart between your fucking fingers. You've gotten too greedy, and now you're focusing your game on skins and bundles and battle passes, and you're adding 2 or 3 battle passes per event, and you're adding in more skins on top of that. I mean, it's just overwhelming to the point where it's like, why am I playing this game anymore? Anyway, That's all I got for today, guys. Leave a like on the video and hit the subscribe button if you're new or on the way to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And yeah, guys, that's all I got for me. See you guys later. Bye.